So, a buddy of mine asked me to take a couple of links off of this necklace here. And that's what we're gonna do. Then we're gonna polish it up. Just seeing what's going on, what everybody's doing. And we're gonna figure out how to do this. On this, I think it's just a piece I have to take off. Yeah, I think so. So guys, I'm just taking apart a necklace for a buddy who wants to shorten out a link. If you're there, say hi. If you want, try to catch the comments. Do 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 do. Hello, Rob. How are you doing?
Oh, and it's crashing into guys at my place, right?
Just taking off a
I go like this and I scrape.
couple of links for a buddy.
And then I leave them alone. All of a sudden their back wing would fly off. So then you'd have to go in the pit.
Just trying to get a necklace fixed here. He was
And one time I was
asking me if I
racing
could help him out, and I
crashed.
said sure.
took out 10 guys because I was spinning on the track, taking guys out, coming at me.
Just
On
gonna
the
put this
start
aside. So I know I'll lose it.
Laughing about, oh my.
How you doing tonight?
80. Oh, we're losing.
Just trying to figure this out here, guys. Whoever's on there.
18s or higher?
Good. Today
16s
carving.
or higher.
Right
I
on.
don't expect much in
What
this.
you carving?
NASA's a given, he's terrible. I was on this team before, he's just brutal. No, that's not right. My teammate is massive. He's a bum.
Pretty bad in the game.
Yeah, he's pretty bad. It's raining again. Just pouring down.
Oh.
We got look, just teaming
She's
down.
gonna love that. She's gonna love it.
It's gonna rain the whole time. So should I change tires halfway or not?
Probably best bet, right?
Or do you think they're gonna wear out? Because look, it says I can take selection 1. I'm not even changing.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's 20 lap or now. Or should I just go to this one and just simulate?
Yeah, now I'm gonna stimulate.
So
I'll start it.
the reason I'm doing this is I make coin rings, or I used to make coin rings, and I make necklaces and all that stuff. And people with a big cookie, all right. People now seem to ask me to fix their jewelry, which is fine. I'll do that.
Look at that 3 way.
It's not so difficult. It's just I don't resize gold rings or anything like that. That's one thing I don't do.
Yeah, man.
I don't even know why
I
they
make
racing that
coin rings too. Oh yeah, you do, eh?
Japan, the guy slowed down.
Yeah, I got into it
Next guy just ran
years back, and you know I got a
like this. You can barely see.
I got a Durston and everything like that. It's okay.
That's insane.
It's okay. It's basically it works, right? So I just gotta figure out this length here. One. All right, and I'm gonna take this one apart here. I got into it pretty good there for a while, but It's kind of hard here in Canada to do that because people are kind of scared of the laws and all that, and whatever. I'm not worried about it. I said we're not damaging anything that's never going to be used again, like silver coins. Nobody's walking into a store
Those guys
buying a
didn't
pack of
stop.
gum with a silver coin anymore.
They went the whole race without
So
stopping.
that wasn't the issue. It's just the
Really?
a lot of the guys who were saying, "Oh, you're ruining, you know,
Yeah,
you're ruining the money and this and that." It's like, well, what the hell? It's not worth millions of dollars. That's what I always said.
Everyone else would be pissed off and say
Like,
you were
seriously?
crashing or something.
oh yeah, 'cause look at
In this way, they could keep it forever.
I thought everyone would be pissed
That's
off
what I
because you
thought.
crashing, but I guess not.
So, whatever. I don't like it. Too bad. Did I do the right one? Yes. So, I'm just working on
Oh, there's so much.
this guy. Won't take long. So I was told to make the live stream longer. You know, I had a couple people. Well, one person, my buddy, one of the guys from the States there, was mumbling about me talking too much and doing more work and da 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 da. And it's like, you know what? I get it, but this is me, and this is what I'm gonna do. And if it attracts people to come to my channel, it does. If it doesn't,
Oh, look, somebody hit me.
at least I got one of you guys on here.
Fuckers.
That's what's to me is okay. Let's see, chat with someone.
I just crashed into him after that.
Yeah.
This is nuts. Can't even get in the first car.
Yeah, worn out scrap. Yeah, exactly. Or else we go to a coin shop
Fuck off.
out here. The guy's pretty good. He gives us a good deal on the ones that are, you know, you can go there. You go pawn shops and stuff like that, right? That's another place you can go to.
I don't know why you can't know them.
You can check those out. I mean, they're not. Again, they're not worth. They're not worth anything but the scrap these people are selling. So, there goes that. That's the only thing I could see them that good for.
Fucking idiot.
Different is good to get to learn more. Yeah. I'm always learning something different. I mean, it's, you know what, I look at it this way. If I'm gonna do a hobby, I usually go full blown on it. Let's see that.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
to start. Forgot to let go of the clutch.
Just trying to figure this out if I should take
Apparently.
one scrap link out. So, so I'm just, yeah, that's good. Yeah, you gotta buy scrap silver if nobody's gonna want it.
And now it's McLaren winning this thing. There's that button.
Yeah,
Look, two McLarens and top.
there's a lot of talented people out there.
Last.
A lot of talented people doing a lot of crazy stuff.
You got two positions.
For sure. I mean,
I
it's
lost 8.
Yeah.
Like a 41 behind them.
It didn't make a difference.
Not
Didn't make much
used
of
to
a,
being down there, eh?
didn't make much of a difference, you know. That
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna work a bit on this, and then
It's fucking double.
I got a little bit of the dragon to still finish.
Oh, it's just slipping everywhere.
How the heck did this happen?
Gonna have a shitty weekend, but
This didn't work out as supposed to.
let's see where I am now. Negative.
I think we're gonna have to refix this for him.
Well, plus.
Hmm.
Oh, I got a plus there. Oh, and another plus. How did you get that? Oh, above.
Yeah, I figured I'd try a live session, see what happens.
Look at that weekend, 12 and 16.
It all depends on when people get notifications, right? That's the hard part. I mean, you saw it because
That's the worst weekend in a while.
it came up right away.
It's
Some people don't see it right away, and then they go, "How come I didn't see it?" And then they go, "Well, you didn't stay on long enough." And I'm like, "Well,
12, 20th.
yeah, I did, but I get bored of talking to myself."
The rest of the maps aren't that bad after
The crazy, yeah. Yeah, something different. That's the thing. It's everything's good when it's different.
One behind it. It's a lot to catch up. So is the
Just trying to get this
two that
off.
are knocked out to catch up.
Get it off.
The two Red Bull geeks.
Oh, it's snapping it.
No way for
Crash
it.
out.
Yeah.
There we go.
Knock 'em out.
All right. One, two. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, me too. I like different stuff. I don't like just always the same thing going on and on and on.
Mercedes is way ahead.
I like to switch it up sometimes. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I took off the wrong link. That's okay. We can fix it. We can fix it. Well, it's the only person who listens half the time, the way I see it. Nobody else listens to me. Put this link back on. My buddy's playing racing in the background. Formula One. Him and my boy loves to do that kind of stuff. I can sit here for hours just playing the PlayStation. It's like, yep, not me. Okay, so we're gonna put this back on. When I dropped it, I took off the wrong side. Easy peasy.
Back to back here. It's like the back straight in the.
Well, the one they just raced in real life, guess what? It's got 3.
Three, really? They just added 3?
Mexico. Stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Hey, listen. My shop kitty's not here. She's
You know,
upstairs.
when they said that, I was in shock.
Sitting with the wife.
He's gonna win the championship.
Some sad news. My buddy Charles, which is the guy I mentioned on my last post of that I'm going to be doing a website with, he just informed me that his dog just passed away. Somebody ran over his dog, and it was such a beautiful dog, Bella. So I feel really bad for him. It's a sad thing when an animal dies, and worse when some dumbasses go and do things like that. It's very hard on the family because they've had him for a long time. It's terrible. So,
Oh, look, it's this new Japanese.
just like it's a family member, eh? Right? That's the way I see it. It's a family member having an animal, and people, you know, I treat my cat just like I treat my kids. Is she gets whatever, you know, she gets the couch if she wants it. She gets anything. But it's very sad when people lose an animal. It's even sadder for a child, but I mean, like I said, they're still part of our family, so a big sorry to hear that, buddy. Yeah, Tick Weller. See, I've never gotten into it to that extent to basically do that kind of work. Mostly just making coin rings and helping people out when their rings are are bent, crooked, if they want to lose, if they want to lose a link or two, and or shining them up. They really, it was going pretty strong one time. I had it that I had people calling me up for shining their rings up. Yeah, cookies. Cookies. So that one's there, that one's there. So what did I do that was different? Hello, whoever's out there, say hi. Give me a hello, make me think you're still there, or you're there. Well, I know you're there, but... So I had these two guys to take off. Why did that not make sense before? That didn't make sense, but now it does. Don't ask me why. Hi, Daniel. Hello, Tony. How you guys doing? Just doing a little live video, just fixing up a necklace for a buddy, and might do some airbrushing. Gonna give that a go. And I guess what I wanted to talk kind of about was the giveaway. So on the giveaway, I asked for someone for some drawings, right? And on the drawings, I also mentioned just quickly that I messed around with a bit of good, yeah. I kind of mentioned that I wanted this and this and this in there. Well, you know what? Those were just suggestions of what I wanted. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything like what I asked for, in the sense of somebody on a walking path and somebody with a just whatever I wrote there. Just I'd like to see things creative. Maybe I'm going to change my mind about how I feel about what I'd like on the logo. So if you are drawing, I say go for it and do whatever you think would best represent my channel with the logo. It wouldn't be that bad. So that would be cool. I hope I do this right this time. So can everybody hear me? Is that am I talking too low? Am I? Let me know. If you got anything to say, give her. Talk about anything. The channel's open, guys. Channel's open for anything. Discussion is here. We're having coffee. All good. Right on. Thanks, man. It is now almost 8 o'clock here in Canada. So it's not nap time. It'll be nap time soon, though. They'll have to tease me about my nap times. I think a lot of it is, I don't know if I told, you can hear me fine, good. Just a little reference, I found out that I am diabetic, and I'm a high diabetic now. Don't know why. I just thought diabetic were larger people. No, I just didn't know. So, I noticed that I was sleeping a lot, and very fatigued. I think my mood swings were getting pretty bad. I get angry fast, irritable. I don't drink a lot of pop, and I don't drink a lot of pop, and I don't eat any kind of sugary stuff. Like, I'm not a chocolate bar fanatic or anything like that. So it's an insulin thing, right? Your body doesn't produce it. That's what happens. So I sent you a video yesterday. I messaged with you. Rob, what video? Oh, with the trees and the with the character, right? I saw it. I think I saw it. I think I mentioned. I said I loved it or something like that. I don't know. You have to go back and check that out. So yeah. So I get tired fast, and I do take naps. I'm 48 years old. Who cares? My wife cares, but I don't. Alright. Excuse me. Where did you go with that one? So yeah, that is basically what I'm looking at doing, is to take this necklace, and I took out a couple of links because it was too long. What a terrible thing to wear. Oh, I tell you, these things get caught in your chest hair, and they're ripping them out. I told him, I says, you know what, I don't want that thing. So I kind of wore it on the way home just to see. It's just a cheap kind of a pot metal necklace, but he liked it, right? So, I mean, customers like their stuff. If you're gonna fix it, then you fix it. Just gotta get in there. Yeah, you too. Oh, you too, you're diabetic, Rob? Is that what you're telling me? Or are you just old and you like naps? Gotta be specific, buddy. I can't hear you. I can only read. It's a big life change, eh? I spent, well, yesterday I had to go for a 2-hour meeting and listen to a bunch of stuff. You know, does it make me angry that it's there? Yeah. Wax it? Yeah, you wax it off. Shut up, man. It ain't happening. Wax it off. No, so I mean, it's all good. Anyway, enough of my problems. Let's get back to this problem. So, keeps on turning on me. It's a bitch. It's a bitch. Hey, Mountain View and Dune, how you doing, buddy? Glad you could join us. Glad you could join us. Just trying to fix a little necklace for a friend. Gonna keep the video streaming because I've been told I don't leave them on long enough. Just chatting about stuff. Want to just touch base on the contest. It's for everybody and anybody. And oh yeah, there's another thing too. I was gonna mention this. The contest. I mean, I said if you have to be a subscriber, right? So that was one of the main things. You have to be a subscriber. But if you have someone that can draw for you and you want to submit it as your own, I'm fine with that too, because you're a subscriber. If that person doesn't, say the person's not on YouTube, say the person doesn't want to be on this channel or stuff like that, that's fine. I mean, if your kids, your mom, your dad, whoever wants to draw it for you, and you put it under your name, I don't care. I don't care. That's all good. Well, that's a lot lower. I think he's gonna like that. So, what did I do for this now? I wanted to make sure that I had all these set up properly. So I went 2, 2, 2, and 1. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this link back on here. And then we're going to shine it. Now, where? Probably didn't bring one in the house. I'll take the snake stick I plan on winning. Alright, well, you show me exactly what you're doing, and you make it catch my eye. You make it catch my eye. And then line up my pocket with money. And then you'll win. No, that's not how it works. We're gonna be so honest and so fair about it. It's gonna hurt. We are gonna be very honest and fair about it. I mean, I want something that really represents me. Um, you know, just what I had on there. That would be perfect. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Hold on, guys. I don't want to go outside. It's too darn cold outside. It's freezing out here, guys. Can do, can do. All right. So I'm gonna put a glove on. That's a hell of a glove, eh? I get these at a buddy at a store. It's like for a cow or something. You gotta shove it up your cow's ass to get the cow out or something. I don't know. All right, so what I do, I really want to shine this up. Ah, darn it. I have to go outside. I have to go outside and get one of my brushes, and I don't want to go back out there. It's too freaking cold. I didn't have nothing in the shop here. I'm inside. Thinking. What did I have? Do stickmen count? I don't know. Stickmen. Like I said, draw it up, submit it, and I'll look at it. Stickmen. Yeah, baby. Alright, well. This is when I was supposed to make a ring with a while back, guys. It was a 1943 50 cent MS63. It's a Walking Liberty. Customer purchased it, and Jane's out. Jane went out to get a blizzard with her at Dairy Queen with her brother. Damn cold out here. It's like 2 feet of snow. Yeah, they were they purchased it, and then they sent it to me, and then I got a hold of them. They wouldn't respond. I honestly, God, I went maybe 6-7 times. I got a hold of them, and then I sent a final letter. If you do not get a hold of me in the next week, which was about 6 months ago, I don't know what to do with it. I'm gonna keep it until you get a hold of me. They haven't gotten a hold of me, so a nice coin. I have books of coins. Ugh, books and books and books. Yeah. And then these are. I'm going to show you here. These were good. I used to. Well, it's funny because I sent this out to. Where the heck's my buddy? Korean? Not in Korea, but Korean, but that's his name. Anyway, I sent him. I wanted him to make some rings out of these guys. These copper rounds, and these are the cannabis ones. And I had a snake one and all these other ones, and I sent them out to him, and freaking post never brought it to him. They stole it, which is typical for jackasses. And then I got a bunch of, and of course these are hard to wear because they will turn your fingers green, but whatever. And I had like a whole whack of these sobriety coins, and that's a brass, but whatever. That's all good. And then I really like these guys. I was doing some coin cutting. This is a, I don't know if you can see that. There's a moose on there. Moose. I love moose. I was gonna cut it out and make a necklace. Again, another endeavor of just doing stuff and then going, right. So I mean, like there's my rings. There's a silver ring. I don't know what that is anymore. It's been so long. Oh no, this is one that was given to me. It's a silver ring. It's has a whatchamacall. Buy silver next gold rush. Yeah, I know. This has a swordfish on it. It's pretty cool. I haven't worn it in a while.
Practice was very good thing I
You know, they're just tokens,
did all the
whatever. I got tons of them. Anyway. So where that went to, I do not know. Let's see. Keep on searching. Um,
18 for higher.
these old Chinese coins, silver dimes. I really haven't set up my shop properly to do this. It's a light. I could use that somewhere, maybe. Who's here? Who's here? Rocking around. So I just recently turned this into my new airbrushing / workshop. It's a spare bedroom, so it's like a big bed here. It's where I come when I snore. Alright, well, you know what? We're just going to polish it by hand. I don't got all day. I want to do another project here while we're online. So putting on the... look at this. This sucker. It's like... This is for, like, cows or something. I don't know. Giving birth to cows. Oop, don't drop stuff. I don't know. Whatever. So all I do is I got this mag of aluminum polish from Mother's. Simple as that. I have a jeweler's rag, which is nice and dirty, like usual. So the inside is for polishing, the outside is for kind of wiping it down. I do wear gloves every time I polish stuff. Next silver coin, have a ton of them. Mix, so Mexican, Mexican ones, yeah. They're fine if, I mean, depends on the business is, right? Some people like, they're fully into it and they're doing, I see a lot of guys on our coin sites, they love doing that stuff and they're into it and they got the old shops out and all that stuff, and that's fine. I don't have time for that right now. I'm too busy doing this stuff and, you know, keeping myself entertained with YouTube and keeping you entertained with YouTube.
Yeah, it's qualified.
So all I'm going to do is I just mix this on, or put this on here, and then I give it a good rubbing.
Oh yeah, I watched
But I think it's best to get my buffer. It's just a pain in the butt. So I don't know how long, like, no doc, no, oops, flashback. Did you get the notification right away, Rob? Like, I don't know how that works on these things. Like, I know if you're signed into it, you'll get it. But I'm not sure. Hey, how you doing, Jordy? So just, what's going on, buddy? We're just fixing a necklace for a buddy. Got my cow gloves on, you know, in case your cow needs to give birth or something. And had to take a couple links off, and now we're just shining. We're doing the shining, so look at that. You can almost see yourself, eh? I was telling everybody here who's on. Good, right on. I do quite a bit of repairs on jewelry. Like, people send me rings. People send me, well, it's mostly in town, right? So links, like if they want their links taken off, whatever. I do coin rings. I don't know if I ever told you guys, everybody that, but I do some coin rings. Take a coin and press it into a ring. So it's different. That was one of my first kind of projects in Drovers, you know, just get in there and do it. It was great. It was fun.
And then here at Force India again, and then here I went to Red Bull and won every
Feed Booming Eye. What the hell's
Yeah,
that
I
mean?
changed mid-season again.
Jordy. Feed
And then
Booming
I changed again
Eye.
because I wanted to.
So yeah, so right now I'm just gonna work on this. It's just getting shined up and it's gonna go back to my buddy.
You need the engine, you need parts.
So that's good.
Yeah, but if you go back,
Yeah,
Now-
right here, see?
Now you can see what that does. Like this thing was just like black. You can really, you can catch it. Oh damn, me too. I got problems with these cameras, but you can see it. It was black and now it's like really shiny. He wanted it really, really
So the
shiny.
red is like almost impossible to read for some reason.
But my
It's like
team
terrible
is
font.
Okay, so the feed's moving good.
Your
Williams.
Williams
Where's Williams?
bottom.
Usually what I'll do is I'll take
Yeah,
a
right in the
buffer.
bottom.
I got one of those little buffer wheels
Right under,
and just put a little bit of mother pearl on it and just give her go, and it's good. Like it works.
Look how good I made
It works really good.
See, they're up at an orange there.
So
I made him into a wicked team.
Yeah, but look at you do the red
And
Bull.
Red Bull, I made him the best.
and then what I do here is just give it a little wipe and she's ready to
Now I'm
go.
building up this car.
Bring it back
So
to
if I
the
could
guy in the
change
morning.
all these teams,
Quick little
everybody
job.
would be up the top.
He wanted it even shorter, but I think if I took another link out of this, it just won't go around the neck. So that's not what I wanted to do.
You can
One, we took off 2 chains, so if he needs to get it back, he can. I mean, if he needs to put another link on because it's too short, then we can. But I mean, if it's around my big head, it should fit around his. All right. So there we go. That's it. That part is done.
The worst
Love it.
one is clearly Monaco.
And the reason you wear your gloves, guys, when you're doing this kind of stuff,
Monaco is terrible.
get all black.
This one's hard because
It's dirty.
straightaway. I don't have the engine to keep up.
I'm just gonna place that here. Simple and easy.
I'm probably gonna be last.
Put this stuff away.
Yeah, I'm doing the races.
What's up, Jordy?
No, no.
Put that there. Get rid of these cow gloves. Tear that out. Okay. That's gonna go in the garbage.
It's an hour and 45 minutes usually.
No cuts all extreme. No cuts. Yeah, well, if you want to buy cuts alls, go ahead. It's all good. Hold on, I'm just trying to put this on. Cool to see how you make. Yeah, it's a longer process of punching and annealing. Like there's a lot of heat treatment to soften the ring, the shaping. I also like it. Yeah, that's cool. Man. I understand what you're saying. I'm gonna show you here in 1 second. If you give me a second, okay? Well, that could be another video. I mean, I haven't really done one in a while. A ring. I mean, it's a hit and miss, right? Some people they order them and then they don't order them, and you know, I'm sure if there's guys out there that do gold coins. Like they'll spend they'll spend like, oh my god, they'll spend like $1,200 on a coin, which the customer will buy, and son of a bitch, they'll make like $2,000 off it or so after they're done. Use it as a wedding ring. Yeah, I can, you know what, because of the weather out here, that could be in the works. They'll definitely be I'm just having a piss off time with that. I'm gonna show you here.
Right into the wall.
So this here, this is for spoon rings. So where am I? So you put a spoon in here, and then when you crank this, it bends. You can see how it's moving. It bends the spoon round and round until, you know, you get to, where am I? This guy here, this finger. This is a spoon, right? So that's what that does. This is a ring stretcher. So process is to put it in a punch, which is just somewhere here. You put it in a punch, you take out the middle, and then you use these dies, and basically I have a, there's a jack right there, and it pushes and it rounds them, and then when you get to a certain round, you heat it up again, put it in here, and then this thing cranks. These are ribs, and they open and close. Here's a pumpkin. So yeah, that's what that does. All right. And then next I gotta paint that darn That eagle. Ooh,
You're talking
that's gonna be fun.
DRS.
Stay there.
Well,
So-
I'll show it to you when it comes
This
up.
guy's got to go
See
soon.
the
He's got to get
back
painted.
wings, the little split in the middle. That opens up so you get more wind so you go faster.
Oops, I forgot about
It's
this.
called
Alright, so
DRS.
I think I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. It's a long process, and it's a lot of, you know, that's because you're just cutting and turning and turning and turning and plus I have to get my torch in here. It's not difficult, and it's not hard to make. It's a process. And they're good sellers, I'll tell you. Some people, you know, there was a time where the coin ring fad went nuts.
These cars are different than
Yeah, hard to film. You're right. It is. There's a big fad on it. Like people were wanting them, and you know, and it was all good and everything like that, and money was there, and then all of a sudden, but you know what? It just like just like this hobby here with carving. Everybody, you know, wants to give it a go, which is good. Then they get better, and then they
I've seen incident shop.
no hammer. Oh, I did that. I hated it. It gets flooded, and to tell you the truth, it gets saturated. The business gets saturated, and you know, now everybody's looking for the cheapest guy to do a coin ring, and it's like, you know what? I don't have time for that. I'm not playing games that, you know, just like everybody else. You set a price to your hobby. You have to. You want to set what you think is the best and what you're making and what your time's worth. Well, then some guy comes along or girl comes along and they can make it better or the same, but they want cheaper. So that pushes out that business. There is in Winnipeg here. There is quite a bit of people that are doing them. I was surprised.
I've done it. I started last in one.
My town is flooded with wood spirits. Yeah, you keep on making those wood spirits. You're gonna have them on every freaking door in your town. You keep on get everybody to put one on their door. All right. So, what my next thing is, I wanted to work on just adding some more. I know. You don't have to stop. That's the thing. That's your shtick, boy. You do what you do. So, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go back to the paint. I gotta put some more blue back on the blue. And what I want to do here is just highlight some of the spots that were missed. On the dragon itself, the gold or the bronze got pushed in the back, so I have to clean that up. We're using, what is this? This is the opaque. So the opaque is thicker. Pizza, the Saturday Christmas trees, big sellers make some. Yeah, I gotta finish these darn projects first, eh? I gotta get my ass in gear and do stuff, but like I said, shit just happened, and things got out of hand. You know, every time you turn the corner, there's somebody who got hurt or things are in the way. But like, no excuses, just shit happens. That's all it is. So I'm gonna turn my thing on. Be a little noisy. Hold on. There we go. So, if you guys want to keep on talking, you can talk. I'm gonna work on this. I'll try to look at the comments, but otherwise, I'm just gonna be more working on getting this paint in. And I'll look at the comments later. Hopefully, we can get some more people checking it out. I mean, it's a hit and miss.
Yeah, because they got more speed, they got better cars.
I mean, I put this video out 44 minutes ago. So, you know what? If it's here, it's here. If it's not, too bad. Where's my rag?
It's like a motorbike. You're on a motorbike, same thing.
I better put the cap on this guy first. This means my kind of means that my pressure's too high because I'm spitting out too much paint too fast. So I'm gonna turn that down a bit. There we go. Shit happens. Still spidering a bit. So that's okay, we'll fix that up after. Shadows in there too. This is what I was. You gotta have really good light when you're doing airbrushing. I'm sort of seeing things I shouldn't see. Like not bad, but you should have good light when airbrushing. I gotta invest in another light here. Okay. Works nice. Yeah, it does. I like the airbrush because for me it sprays on so much nicer. You know, you could just do so much with it. But you gotta watch the spidering, and that's what's happening right now. Plus the tip dry, right? The tip dry is one of the crappy. Yeah, for flamings, yeah. Some people, I've never done. I want to, you know what? I'm looking to get a helmet from my cousin, and really try a helmet myself.
Sometimes I just let it go.
I'm gonna just add a little bit of reducer in here because it's a little thick.
Do something different.
The reducer, like I said before, guys, it's fantastic in water. Buddy of mine does that.
Had Atari, had television.
And I'm not getting the right pressure out of here, so there we go. There we go. Works. Show me some tricks with it. I did Frankenstein and my dragon, gator, snake, pig thing. Oh yeah, that's good. Good. And they turned out really good. I think you did a really good job with that. There's a lot of air. It's a bit high. sec. Ethan. Can you see my last long text? Did you make some of it? Did you use the Fantastic? I mean, I think it works really well. It's, you know, you can use it as a reducer, you could use it as a cleaner. Spidering and overspray is too much. River's blue was full of red paint and shot all over the ceiling. Oh my, that's not good.
Sometimes the computer does it when it hits you.
Yeah, that can happen. I know that can happen. It happens too often. Okay, so what am I trying to do? I'm trying to fix the face here. The metal blinds. Oh man, we had some good looking blinds, I bet you. See, something's not working.
As soon as I go in, those three guys are gonna pass me.
What's going on? I just want to get it. What I usually do is I take a rag and then I usually just kind of, if it oversprays, and then I use it. I use the rest of the paint as a masking. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the bronze again and just come into the face and make the bottom of the face with the horns more bronze. Get a little bit of bronze inside the neck. So you see the neck here, but I wanted to keep this kind of blue, and then we'll touch up in here too a bit. I mean, from close it looks good. Good. I'm glad you used it and it worked great. There's a little bit of a tip that one of the guys, I think I sent you that to that Canadian guy, and he's super good, super smart.
I don't think I would have hold them off right now.
You could buy all the expensive paints in the world when it comes up to airbrushing. It's having to reduce them and basically get the right consistency to flow. I will leave leave the airbrushing to your chin, and I'll show you pics of my ceiling and blinds later. Yeah, it's definitely different. I'm going to buy a better one soon. This is a beginner level airbrush. I mean, for what I do, it's perfect. Because I'm just painting wood, I'm not painting portraits and all that. A lot of my, no, the airbrush themselves, I spend a lot of money. Yeah, the tip drying happens too much. It does happen, but I think that's just airbrushing, period. It's not like painting with a paintbrush, right? Where you could just kind of do whatever. Like I said, you gotta have it. I did it every second. Yeah, I know. You gotta have really good lighting, guys. That is super important when it comes up to brushing, and which I don't have right now. I don't have that right now here. But I will be getting it. This is just a normal light. Spidering is when the paint, I don't know if you can see the wall. You see how, if you can see that, on the top, I'm going to bring you in. When you're painting, when you're painting with an airbrush, I've learned this, it's all about finger control. Okay? So, yeah, good lighting. But you can see, I'm gonna try to get this at a better angle here. You can see how the top of that has its spiraling upwards. That means that when you're painting, let me see if I can turn the camera. All right, so I'm gonna show you an example here. Just normal airbrush, pulling the trigger down, and just doing a line is fine. But taking the airbrush, and doing a big line. See how that did that right there? Oh, right there. Right there. That's called spidering. So when you have to have crazy control of your airbrush to get some lines in there. You know, it's just, it takes a lot of practice. I have not mastered any of this yet, but it's very important to get that looked at. It's very important to get things done. And practice is everything, right? So you can practice doing all you want. There you go. There you go, Jordy. I did you a bird. So yeah, and the further away you are, the more it runs, the closer you are, of course, the more you get out of it. You know what I mean? Look at my bird. Anyway, that's called spidering, where you see all those little spray dots. That's a red light, Rich. Are you going to the red light district for me? Yeah, red light. Something, I gotta figure out something. It's I got a little dollar store fluorescent light in there. It works, but it works for me, not for you guys, because you won't see it. So
Bragging now, eh? Watch her get a crash down because I'm bragging.
and then the consistency of what you're putting in you could buy the most expensive. You know what? Dollar store paints. you could take that paint, water it down really good. What makes it spider too much paint? Uh, it's the no, not too much paint. It's how it flows. So if you're putting, how am I going to explain this? You put straight paint in there and it's really thick, it's not going to come out right. So you start adding water or solvents or the Fantastic in water. You guys are going cooking here. What happens is if you don't put the right consistency in there, what it's doing is it's trying to push its way through the needle and out, right? So it's, and plus, thanks, and then plus with the pump, your air tank, the pressure is your biggest thing. So you can't over, like, 25 psi's to 40 psi's is what everybody likes to paint with. Sometimes you got to bring it down to 25 or a little bit lower, and it's all about layering. Layering. So you're layer. You're going over the same freaking piece time after time after time. You sit there and you get discouraged because you're going to go, oh crap, this is taking forever. But I'll tell you, it makes a difference. I've been watching these airbrush guys. Man, I've seen these guys. Freaking, they are awesome. Like, they can paint faces. I mean, I paint faces. I paint my own. That's about it. But yeah, it's a lot of practice and a lot of work. Like, just doing something like this, very simple, right? I'm just putting color over color to which color goes to works with it, so you could see it. So now I'm gonna go, once I'm done with the paint here, I'm gonna go with the bronze. The bronze is gonna be thicker. It's gonna be brighter, and it's gonna pop out more. That's just the way I've learned it. I gotta still put the eyes, the black. I want to put black eyes in there, and then I want to work on the background too, because if you guys can see inside there, if you look in the far back, how am I gonna do this? Well, anyway, it's blue, and it shouldn't be blue. So when you're doing a project like this, and when I say a project like this, I mean when you're working on 2-3. Thanks, buddy. When you're doing a 2-3 different kind of stage of painting, right? So what I mean by that is, this guy was separate. So what I should have done was I should have left him out, painted him first, and then put him on the base, and then it would have been easier. I would have had the whole background painted, blah blah blah. You do that when you begin. Now, like, I've been doing this for a while, and I've been painting for a while, so I get it. I'm not professional, but I get it. I get what to do. So I can get in there with different colors in the background and bring it out just by adding certain colors. So we're looking at a bright blue and bronze dragon. Being bright meaning the colors are there, and we want the background like a darker. To me, would be like a darker color because he's in a cave. This is almost like he's inside of a cave walking out. The next one I'm gonna carve, and I want to give you guys a heads up on it because I really like the dragon stuff. I've always been into dragons. I'm gonna carve a hydra, which, if everybody, I don't know if everybody knows what a hydra is, but a hydra is like the 3 to 5 headed dragon. And I'd like to have one of the heads pointing down with a sword in his head, and have it so it's a skeleton with the hand still holding the sword, but the hand will still be human, but the rest of the body will be all skeleton. And if I can get it right, because Jordy, you helped me out with that backflow, if I can get it right. Where the hell are you guys? If I can get it right, I want to drill a hole in the hydra's mouth, all the way through his body, down, some down here, something similar to this, guys. Right? The ink is the bronze, and have the dragon have enough spots so I could put one of those backflows in, and have it so when it flows, when it burns, it can go through the dragon, come out of his mouth. So the dragon's gonna have the sword in his head, and his mouth can be. I'm hoping that the smoke from the incense will be pushing against the skeleton. You know what I mean? I'll draw it out. I'll show you guys what I'm thinking. If I could think of it and I could draw it, I'm gonna do it. I don't care. I mean, that's just the way we are, right? We try our best. So that's what I'm thinking. Ethan, what did Mom want?
I don't know. Her head hurt. When you talk to her.
Her head hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you tell her, give me like 15, 20 minutes? I'll go up there. Sorry, guys. Wife has a concussion, and I really have to take care of her too. But I'll be here. Do you think next time you carve something like that, you will use harder wood? Okay. So, does it make a? Here's what I look at it. Does it make a difference what kind of wood we use? Harder to break. Okay. So, does it make a difference what we use when we carve? That makes out the image that we have and how we finish it. That's the way. If I was gonna do something like, say, you guys, like Jordy, I know you don't paint your pieces, right? You just use you're using a stain or something like that. So you're all the grain and all that. You want to really see it. You're not seeing the grain on these guys. This is all. It's being painted over. You're not gonna see it. It's still made out of wood. Now, God, you know what? I should have sent you a piece with Joe, Jordy, one with the epoxy on it, so you could see how my piece. You know, maybe we'll hook up on that. Maybe we'll talk about getting that. Wanna say hi to my buddies, or say hi? This is my buddy Steve. Hi. He's a friend of mine, longtime friend, best friend out here, and he takes care of my kids for me while I'm doing this. Ha. Your customers. Well, I guess.
I'm just going for a smoke.
Yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Like that's a good question, Jordy. I mean, the customers don't usually ask for the wood. Like, they don't ask me. I've never had them say, you know, can you go get this certain wood and carve it. They just want something carved, and then when they see the object, they go, oh, that's what I wanted. You know, I think that's important. Let me just turn this down. So, insight question. Yeah, that's a good question, buddy. Like, it makes sense to turn around and make something out of a different type of wood. No, you can't insult me, man. I'm Canadian, just like you. I don't give a shit. You're not gonna make me cry any more than I have to. I mean, a lot of the carvers like to use, like, okay, you know, like, when you're doing stuff like this, you know, you want to use something that's soft for you to carve, and then you want to make sure that you can protect it after, and then you could make it so it doesn't break. A lot of times, like, when I do sticks, I like to make them a little bit thicker. That dragon one, that's why they make glue. Yeah, Gorilla Glue. That's why, like, my dragon one, his wings were really thin. You drop that, it's gonna snap. If you're gonna pay, like, you know, you're gonna pay $150 and up for that stick, and it snaps, don't send it back to me, because that means you just didn't take care of it. You know, in that sense. But something like this won't snap, and if it does, like you could use glue. Now the other thing is when I use my epoxy. When I put that epoxy on there, and it hardens. Like, if I put 2-3 layers of this stuff on here, it'll indent into the epoxy, but pretty much won't break. I'm gonna say it won't break the wood. Whatever's easier for you to carve with. I think that's my honest opinion. Whatever's easier to carve with. What wood is that? That's basswood. That's a piece of basswood, which what the hell did I just do it? Go, give me 1 second, guys. Did I not bring that piece of wood in a bag downstairs? Oh, darn it. You guys, give me 1 sec. I'm just gonna go look upstairs for a second. Just keep on talking. I'll be back. Life feed stays on.
That was monster, bro. That was a killer whip. I thought it was gonna hit
When you guys in your room, you guys were in there talking. I could hear him. He's loud. I can smell him. Aha. Are we still here? Current Union. Rob, I sell the trees with lights. Oh, that's a good price. Impact resistant. Pay for a new. I'm sorry, but like I can't. I want to read this stuff with you guys. Can prefer your old car. Found that out the hard way. Okay, so you know what? I went all the way upstairs looking for it. Jordy, I'm gonna show. This is like. Here's a piece of basswood. It smells really good. Usually about that thick. Got this. I got the two pieces, which, you know. Unfortunately, guys, I don't know what's happened. Jordy saw the video where I did the last live stream, and it sounded like Satan himself was talking. I had to delete the whole freaking video when it came up to doing this guy. It pissed me off. I spent a lot of time on it, spent a lot of work on it. I had to delete it because there was so much messed up stuff. I don't know what happened. Anyway, so this is what I start off with. It's like that, or yeah, like that kind of thing.
Our world is such a small world.
Just use that a lot. Yeah, it's really soft. Anybody ever try balsa? Does anybody know what balsa? Balsa, you know what? Back in the day, they made those balsa planes that you could toss, and the minute they hit the ground. Just see if there are any Christmas craft things going on around. Or to take some stuff to see if there's any interest. Oh, people will take Christmas stuff, guys. Don't even think of that. Like Jordy's right. When you're making that stuff, they love that crap. They love it, guys. I could agree. Like when he says on his videos, make them and do them. He's right. There's tons of people that love that stuff. There's no reason why not to, because they can't do it. They don't want to do it, but they'll pay you to do it. That's the way I see it. Get rid of some of this. That's great, man. Gonna make that. Well, go. Yeah, exactly. Make the cash.
But anyway, we started to hang out, and then we hung out a couple times, and then all of a sudden, she removed me off of Snapchat.
There's a question, you guys. I'm gonna ask that same question. Has anybody ever really made any money off of Facebook, off the Facebook sites and all that? I mean, I've used it. I mean, you could pay to get on. There's things that generates more views. I think that's all crap. I don't know. I've tried it and I didn't like it. Not that I tried selling much. Like, I mean, if you can hometown groups on Facebook. Yeah, hometown. Those are the ones that are close to you that everybody's on. That's better off. But I don't know. I've never found it beneficial to use those Facebook groups. I think they're crap. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I mean, I think we're having better chance of selling it at our own craft sales, or like you said you were doing. You're going to see your buddies for his. That works. People like to go to those things. Craft sales are great if you can get to them. If you got a lot going on, I think that's a good idea.
She's like, I really like you. My boyfriend. And I'm like,
how you think I sold? Yeah, well, exactly. Craft sales, right? So it's not. It's. I'm just gonna clean this out now.
so it's like sending like naked pictures to like the guy sends naked pictures to girl. She sends back. Jade, like I love you. I never cheated on you.
Hometown Facebook page, yeah.
Like I never cheated on you. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is.
I noticed too, though, that you know what? It depends where you are, and I know everybody will sell. Everybody wants to buy, but you know what? When you're out here in Winnipeg, this is the bargain capital of frickin' Canada. Everybody wants everything cheaper.
And he was like, I never cheated.
Can't get cheaper than this French Jew. Don't care. No, you know what? It's all good. Like if you could find the right resources, the right people, the right things to do. Yeah. Hey, go to those craft sales with all those old people in them. Those are the best. They sit there and they look at it and they go, "You want how much for that?" But you know what I mean? They want. They don't want to pay for them. That's the way it works. So it's like, that's fine. I don't. Yeah, I don't want to do that either. But then, I give you an example. Only Pete. I told you I work at the hospital, guys, right? And we have a research center, which is for all the cancers and all that stuff, where they do all the testings and all that. And they actually want crafters to go there, and it's a big area, and there's a lot of people because you're talking about 10,000 people at the hospital walking in and out buying stuff, which is good. Doesn't mean they buy. It really doesn't. It doesn't mean they come in there to buy. Because I asked one guy, and he said I sat there for like 3-4 hours before one person bought one of my items. Here's the catch. They turn around and say to you, they go, the funds that we charge you to set up a table goes to research, which is crap. It doesn't. We know that. We know that personally. It doesn't. It goes to the building. The building uses it for whatever. They charge $300 a table. Good God, guys! Like I got some old ladies sitting there making mittens, and they're paying $300 for their table. They'll get orders. Don't get me wrong. They'll get orders. But oh my God, 300? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, same thing with you, eh? And then in our hospital, because that's where I will, in the hospital where I work, there's 4 areas that you're allowed to rent tables per day, and you're looking at a good 150 to 200 bucks a day to get in there. And that's like, there's the prime locations, right? When you walk into the big entrance, everybody sees you, they go right to it. That's good. Then there's ones in the back, they'll never see you. And if you don't book this like 2 months ahead, you'll never get that prime location unless people know you're going. I'll give you an example. I have a lady that I work with. She's an orderly. It's getting pretty noisy. She's an orderly, and she makes like again. Go away, pumpkin. She makes out of jeans. She takes jeans, and I don't know what she does, but they make them all crumply and hard, and she designs. She makes like these little people, and they sell like crazy. So that's her shtick, her thing. I couldn't imagine that, but that's her. I think I got most of the paint on this. The way to find out is just keep on spraying stuff. When I switch colors, I really like I mean, a lot of people sit there and go, oh, you can put colors into it and blah blah blah, don't worry about it. I have this thing about, I guess I'm anal about it, but I mean, you can see, like, if you look inside there, where are you? Yeah, I have no choice. I don't have room in this little room. It kind of sucks, and it keeps on going on and off. I'm gonna shut it off for a couple minutes. I hear you. It's not the best when it makes that noise. I'm gonna figure it out, because this hose that I'm using, this black hose, Christ, it's almost like 12 feet long. So I'm gonna figure out a better position for it, so maybe I could put it way back over there. You know what I mean? Just so it doesn't. It's just like when I'm carving, right? I've got that damn thing on, and everybody can hear it, and I don't mind. Like this. Maybe get a pig tank. Like, that's the tank that's on top of it. It's not that bad though. Okay, like I have two tanks. I'm gonna show you. I have two separate ones. Um, this is the Pache one, Pache, whatever it's called. That was a good $300. This one here, there's your motor with a tank and an extra tank here, and it has a filter. I paid $120 for this, all this shit. Yeah, that's it right there. That's the air storage tank here. So that's this one. So being this is my first kind of setup and stuff like that, I really wanted to use this one because this. Do you have any gold? Do you use? Is the pink tank? Yeah. So yeah, it won't run as much as this because it's too small. But you can actually buy another one of these, or I could take this one and attach it here. You know, little combinations. I can do all that stuff to there. That would work better because this is the better. You know, these two motors are great. Like I mean, I really don't. I don't see the difference. I don't see the difference in it. They both. In fact, this guy, the silver one is not as noisy. Like here, I'm gonna see if I know it's plugged in. Listen, that's it just filling up. That's filling up the whole. That noise is what's filling up right now. After that, it barely makes any noise when it's going. So it's definitely. Sorry, I'm gonna let the air go. Yeah, I'm gonna invest in another one of those tanks for after because the nice thing about having two airbrushes going, okay, so the nice thing about having two airbrushes is you can you could have two brushes. You could put a color in one, in the other. Yeah, you know, you could put a color in one and color in the other, and you could just go and spray. Some people are more impatient when it comes up to doing that stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna like this is the first winter that I'm using this kind of stuff, so I want to try my best at it all. I'd like to start painting. I know some of you guys are painting out. Jordy, are you still painting? I know some other people are. I would really like to get into the airbrush painting. I did a skull. Oh, it's in my shop outside. I did a skull with a stencil, and I got some colors in it. I did a satellite dish. Satellite dishes are cool. If you guys ever want it, if you're doing airbrushing, just get yourself an old satellite dish, and for your Wi-Fi cutting out. I have an extender. I do. I have one, and it's what happens is it goes from here to the shop. The problem with that, the problem with the extender. The problem with the extender is there's 5 of us using the damn internet here. Like everybody's either like you got your TVs that like satellites attached to the internet. You know, all the kids have a cell phone or a tablet. I have one. I'm doing this. Pain in the ass. But you know. But the extender, yeah, I do have one. I have it. It's what happens is my boy's room is just right across here. He's got the MTS box through the Wi-Fi, and then I bought an extender and I put it upstairs by the door. And then when nobody's using it, like I can almost walk. Shit. Yeah, because I'm downstairs, so I'm right by the box. I can go far out. Talk about noise. Wow, can still hear it. What are you listening? What do you mean talk about noise? Rob, what are you talking about? Talk about noise. Wow, can still hear it. What are you hearing? I don't know, like the pump's off. Is it noise? I don't know.
You haven't seen that? Pretty cool. Guys playing a bucket.
It's my bombers.
He lifted up with his feet and
Hear what, Pumpkin Man?
a bass sound.
That's a Pumpkin Man. That's great. He's doing some. I really like the fact that he's doing those little carvings of people. Oh, that's the TV is in the guitar. That's next. That's I don't have a door here. It's a curtain. I told them to shut the hell up, but they don't listen.
Two things. Buy that or this.
Who's making all that noise? You guys? They love that shit. I seen you paint your pumpkins with your fingers.
I can buy this. Oh, I can buy that even.
I seen you paint your pumpkins with your fingers. Me? Him? Haha.
So I'd have to
I have no idea. I'm lost on your own conversations.
couple more goes if you want to buy something unless I buy these.
Yeah.
Should I buy this?
All right, so that paint's done.
Chassis right in the middle one there.
I won't get it till next time anyway.
Oh, okay. You're painting with.
I won't get it till next race anyway.
So I was told the other day, not only by you, Mr. Jordy, but somebody else told me, another guy that I know, he was asking me, oh yeah, he was asking me why my videos aren't so long. I'm cutting them out. It takes a long time for everybody to get notifications, and I'm like, oh, yeah, well, I guess so. But like I said, it's been on for an hour and a half right now, and I see 3 viewers that are here. Not that everybody comes onto your channel to check all your stuff. They may watch it later, blah blah blah, whatever. But I was trying to explain to this other person is
220.
if I'm done a project, I'm not just gonna let the camera roll for no reason. On top of that, I mean, I have a family to deal with, so I want to interact. So if people catch the messages and they do wanna go at it and talk, that's great too. Hi Leo, how's it going, buddy? So having to cut at certain times happens. Your big compressor. So that it happens, right? So, Jordy, you're saying Rich. You're calling my name. What's up, buddy? Like basically, this, like we do our live videos. This is, how many subs I got, and look, I only get 30 live. Yeah, no, I get you. Not everybody comes on these things, and I don't care, because I'd rather have 3 to 5, 10 people chatting with me about stuff than having 1,000 or 10,000 people. You know what I mean? Not talking about what they're supposed to be talking about or what we're here for and what we're showing you. I mean, I guess that's just the way I look at it, but it's all about who wants to see what you're doing. That's what I like. What did Pete say? Make it like a TV show and do it for once or twice. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know what? Do the live at 5 or whatever. I'm just trying to figure out what the best time for people to be on here at is. Like after supper's good. A lot of times I have things to do. I can't do that. Crap! I was gonna say something. Shit. I was gonna say something, but I just. Whatever. It's not important. So people look forward to it and expect it for that. Yeah, exactly. You know what? That's and that's good advice, because that'll be something in the works for doing that. I just want to make sure that I'm not interfering with what the family has doing. I mean, you gotta remember too, guys. That's okay, Rob. That's what we're here for. Is if you want to chat, I'm open to anything. I don't care. I talk all the time. I chat with Jordy. I chat with my buddy Charles. Chat with anybody. People like that. We like to talk. I mean, we're good. Pumpkin Man. As long as it doesn't interfere on the days, with my family. So I got to make sure that it's not a shopping day or the kids need to go get this or blah blah blah. I got to work. Usually, what's good is weekends for me, because with my wife working weekends, I can do that. But then, what's the time of that? Like, I mean, I'd have to do like a noon till I pick her up kind of thing. Don't like talking, believe it or not. Nah, I know. That's you, buddy. Talking's great. It's fun. You know, people know your character when you're honest with them when you're talking. Like, I mean, we could text all we want, but you'll never get the full understanding of what texting does or emails and shit. That's crap. I mean, we're not getting it here either because all you're hearing is my big mouth, and I'm reading shit. But I mean, to video chat with someone or to actually be in front of them, I find is the best way to do it because then this way we can get out what we need to say. Not sitting there going, oh, what the fuck am I saying? You know, nah, shit, the hell with that. I love talking to people. I talk all the time. I don't care. I'm French. I talk. You can't shut me up. Sometimes. It's the way it is. I was brought up, you know, nobody spoke for me. I spoke for myself. Okay, so, I'm gonna leave the live. I'm gonna leave it on again. I gotta go. I tell them all that to go. Yeah, you don't do that. That's because you're crazy, man. Don't do that. You're a good person. I'm sure you're in real life or in face to face. You're a nice guy. More of than sitting there with texts and stuff like that. Like don't think I'm stupid, man. I know you're kind of people. You're good. I live through grumpy chis. Well, that's good. You know, everybody needs something. Um, I have no idea what I'm gonna say. I'm just like you. What am I gonna say? I'm overly medicated. You're not. Okay, I gotta go upstairs, run for like, give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna leave the video on in case somebody else wants to come in. If you guys don't want to stick around for it, you don't have to. I just gotta run upstairs for 5 minutes. I want to keep the video going. You can listen to the background. You can chat amongst each other if you want. Like I said, if you don't want to be on here, family first. You're right, brother. And I gotta go check on my wife because she knocked her coconut there a couple days ago, and I gotta make sure she's okay. You gotta run. Okay, buddy. We'll talk to you later on. Thanks for coming on there, Jordy. I appreciate you saying hi. Glad you got on to it. Like I said, I'll be back in 5 minutes, so I'll be back.
Where'd everybody go?
They went for a walk. Complete. Yeah, look, one red and all the screens. That was my best lap. Well, at least that perhaps the crazy race.
Yep.
What time is it? Please.
9 o'clock.
That's only one. Thought it was later. So I might get this racing unless I simulate. Right. But I have to do better, the guy said.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I almost have 1,000. I still haven't finished practice 3 yet. Oh, no, skip this. Get 10 points for it.
Quick look at the classification.
Almost got 1,000. $977 I got. Forgot to listen to this.
Hi. Just letting you know that we've had the team's expectations through for the upcoming qualifying session.
18th, alright. What did I do last time? 17th? At least I beat my qualifying goal. It's too bad you can't do qualifying with them on the track, then you can bang them off it. Eh? With that ghost car, you can't bang anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't, because it just goes right through you, right? Well, at least we're on the straightaway to start, not around the stupid corners.
You wanna say hi, baby? You wanna say hi? You wanna say hi? Yeah. No, you wanna say hi? No. You don't wanna say hi to the... No.
I might get first here.
You wanna sit down? Good job, kitty. We're here again? One more time? One more time? No, you went down.
Boy, he was speeding up there. That's the .05. Look, Matt's at 18. I should get points for that. Hello. Did you get my text? Tell you your phone's upstairs. Lost the rivalry. Lost the rivalry.
Hey, Emma here. Just wanted to let you know what the team are hoping for in the race.
People are gonna leave. People are gonna leave it.
Where are you going outside?
Yeah.
Alright. St. Louis song.
Song you want on guitar. Ukulele and guitar are not the same thing. The ukulele has 5 strings. I don't like the same thing. Yeah, the ukulele is a completely different instrument. When? Play it in front of them. Go there, go to their game. Live followers, you didn't do it. Oh, yeah. Go, go.
You have a pick for this?
Okay.
I am totally gonna play this shopping. I'm gonna start playing the guitar.
What color is Shop Kitty? Shop Kitty Peekaboo. Looks black and brown. She's what color is Missy? She's sort of a, what color she got? White and gray?
White, gray, brown.
White, gray, and brown. She's got a couple of colors to her. I think I sent you a picture, Rob. Didn't I? Did it not come out that well? Alright, so I'm gonna turn, maybe, hold on a second, let's see if I can do this here. Let's see if I can move my pump further over here. I don't know how much of a difference that'll do. Give it a go. There's lots of room here. Maybe it'll be as noisy. There. Yeah, looks black and brown. No, yeah. Little update. I sold a couple of those snake punches. I sent them out. I sent one out to Canada, in Canada here, and the other one out to the States. Waiting for them to get it. It'll probably be a week or so. Hopefully they like it. You know, I mentioned on it that it's not the prettiest looking thing, but it works just like the way I use it, right? I use mine, and it's the same shape and everything, so it works really good. So I'm gonna put some bronze back in here. Okay. And then with the bronze, what I do is, because it's a little thicker, is I will add some reducer, just a couple of little squirts, just enough to get in there. Take your paintbrush, give it a little bit of a mix, eh? Right. Yeah, so those the punches, for the guys that want to make the snake sticks that don't want to sit there and burn, it's a hell of a difference, guys. It works really well. Again, I'm going to go back on the contest. I did mention in the descriptions below that I wanted certain things in it. It really, it doesn't have to be. It has to, you know, just, I want something creative, something that's out there, you know, that represents the channel. So it doesn't have to have all those things. Where the hell did I go? It doesn't have to have all those things that I listed in there. Those are just some of my ideas, right? So I wanted to put it out there as that could be something I'm looking for. So we're gonna go back at, I like to use my headset. Let me bring this up a bit so it's sprayed everywhere. Color is a bit off in the pic. Yeah, okay, so it's gray. She's gray, white, and brown. So maybe I could take another pic later for you, some, get a better close up for you if you want. Getting a lot of airflow here. I don't know why. what's happening is, see, and that's the problem with doing airbrushing. One thing is if it's too watery, I find that there's a big, it wants to spray out too much. So we're going to add a little bit more paint to it to thicken it up. And what we don't use, we put it back in the container after. Like I said, guys, you can turn around some reducer as the paint. The color, same reducer as the paint. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much the way to look at it. And this is what I'm looking for. So to get it mixed, the backflow, guys, I just basically push it against here and then just give it a little. You can see it comes out of the top. You want to make sure that hole is always open when you're using it, and that'll help the flow. Okay. The size of your needle makes a difference too, eh? Like, this is a bigger size, so meaning that if I had a smaller needle, I'd probably get better control. So what I have to do now is I have to be very cautious with my finger going back and forth, getting some air. You don't want to pull too hard because it's just going to become a lot of paint just spits out on it like it's doing now. Also, again, I think I told you guys before, your pressure is very important. Too much pressure will basically allow too much paint to go out. Make sure it's working. See, now I'm not getting any. I went too low. There we go. That should be better. I almost turned it off. There we go. So good. She looked kind of she's more of a gray brown. Too much paint coming out of there. And you could also dab it and kind of pull it off. That works. What I like to do is just, if it gets too much, I just kind of dab it through. It works.
read like 10 times.
That's the first song even that he talked about.
And it sounds, I know, it sounds good.
Might change my wing because I've been playing that.
There's just too much, not enough consistency in the paint. We're basically looking at it as there's too much paint coming out.
Wait, 3-2?
I'll get some DRS on
How many is it though?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Might have to touch it up with blue again, just to see. So we're good with that color. What I'll do is put it back in here as much as I can back.
Yeah, sometimes they get different
Super short. Do you know a kid in the like third grade named Tori?
Just gonna clean our brush out
Was like fangirl.
again.
For only a bit, not for so long.
I don't know who's all here, but I see 2 people on. Still good. Two's better than none.
No, no.
Yeah, but he was telling Jay like, oh my god, your
This little tank is good to have because it allows to get rid of all your paint carefully. Like you don't have to worry about it being splattered all over the place. All you're doing is pushing down and pulling, so it goes away.
if you're there with him, probably like. It's not that guy has a
Clean.
Yeah, slip shoot is when you're directly.
So that's good.
And if I say what, you say yeah, I heard that.
Well, thanks for coming there, Crayon? Sorry, it's very blurry here for me to see, so if I get your username wrong. But I'm glad you can come on. Glad you can join us. We're just doing a little bit of airbrush. We're talking about the contest like I have out for the walking sticks and for the carvings to do the logo. I mentioned that I kind of wanted certain things on there. That wasn't exactly. I should have been more informal about it. Excuse me. I just want something that's cool as a logo, something that I could put on my business cards. Like I'll have it on the back of my business cards with me right up in front. Uh, I'd like to even make a shirt for myself. Maybe if anybody's interested, maybe when I get a couple more subs, people will be interested. I mean, you know, uh, these things are sharp. So it's just to say that I want to try something different, and that's why I'm asking the people, you guys, to help me, because I like the participation. I like people getting involved. I like to see all that kind of stuff. It doesn't always have to be about me. It's about you guys too. You got to remember that. Like, we're all here as a team. When I do my live videos, I want people to sit there and interact with me. I want people to know that their comments and their input counts, and that's how I work. You guys are all involved in what I'm doing, and the more we do this, and the more you guys interact with me, the more I can understand what's going on. I've only been carving for about 8 years. I'm no expert at anything, but I like to do what I like to do, and I'm in the same boat as a lot of the other artists. I would love to see people send me their pictures of what they do. I'll post it on here as a video myself. I think that's a great idea, because everybody, we'd love to see all kind of art. Don't be shy. I don't care what, if it's simple or if it's super crazy great. I would love to see it. I mean, I show my stuff. Why can't you guys show yours? That's what I say. And if you don't have a channel, just more of a person who likes to watch other videos, or likes to interact with other people, well, this is my channel for you. I mean, we don't have to sit there and juggle chainsaws or do a dance party. Sometimes I get my daughter to come on, and if I have to go to the bathroom or something, she'll help me out by sitting here. She'll chat it up with you guys if she wants to. It's all up to you, but never be shy. Just if you got something to talk about, let me know. Type it in. I'll read it. I'll try to read it right now. I really appreciate everybody who's on my channel, everybody who subs my channel, everybody who shares my channel. I really appreciate it. I want to get up there. I want to get in numbers. Yeah, I want to be monetized. I'm not gonna lie. I'd love for somebody else to pay me to do this kind of stuff. But if I don't, and we just continue with the way we are, I'm happy. I'm very happy. I'll try my best to get all the videos out I can. Any information you want on the tools I use, like anything from Cutsall, to the tools that work with Cutsall, like the Fordham and all that I use, to the airbrush systems that I have. If you want that information, just ask, because I'll let you know what I use. Now, it doesn't mean what I use works well with everybody else. I drink coffee almost black. But it could be one of those things. Sounds great. Beginner here as in carving, or for just a few months. You know what? And I'm gonna say, I bet you're enjoying every minute of that. Every time you do stuff, I bet you're loving it, because you know what? It's you. You're in my videos, I think you're a new subscriber. I'm not sure if you watch all my videos, but my one big saying, and it's always going to be my one big saying, is if I can do it, you can do it. And it's the same way too. If you can do it, I can do it. We're going to make, all it takes is a little bit of, it's never you're doing this wrong. Never. Don't ever let anybody say, yeah, you're doing that wrong. They're full of shit. You're never doing anything wrong. You're doing it the way you see it. I see, this is my dragon. This is me. I mean, some people go, oh, that looks awesome. Yeah, okay, thanks. It does look awesome. Hell, man, I would love to say this looks so awesome that somebody else would want to just say that, hey, how much you want to buy, sell that for? I'll buy it for you. I would love that. I'm making these things to show you as the viewers, that I've only been doing this. Okay, this is my second dragon. First one was a big head. This is my second one. So figure that out, eh? If I can do this as a second time, so can you. I mean, if this is what you like doing, if you like doing skulls, if you like doing birds, if you like doing whatever, that's. I kind of agree with some of the YouTubers on here where if you're doing something and it's working for you, keep on doing it. But don't forget, explore. Like, try something different. Like, I do a lot of snakes walking sticks. Mike Stinnett is one of my all-time favorite people that I love watching. The guy's calm, he's cool, he's got great video. His daughter and his whole family helps him. It's great. This guy is like, he's awesome. If he can do it, I can do it. But I can't do what he can do because he's been doing it a lot longer and he spends a lot of time doing stuff. Now, saying that doesn't mean that, he's the best artist out there. He's just damn good. Now, do I want to be like that? I want to get good. This is okay. Some people say it's really good. I say it's okay. I'm happy with it. I know a lot of people sit there, me and my family, like, I impressed my wife. She's like, oh my God, that looks great. I'm like, thanks. I like that. It doesn't happen very often, but yeah. Mike is amazing. Mike is very amazing. And I'll tell you the honest God truth, he is a super down-to-earth man. If you get to talk, I've been talking to him for a couple years now, on and off. Not all the time, on and off. And I'll tell you, the guy is down-to-earth. If you need advice, helping you out. He will give you his ins and outs of what he needs. But he also has his Patreon site, and I don't want to bother him unless I'm going to help him out by paying for stuff. Sugar in your... I'm diabetic, buddy. No sugar anymore. I'm supposed to take that out. I cheat. But I'm diabetic. I'm not supposed to have sugar at all. I'm trying to keep away from that. It's hard, you know that. Everybody knows that. Sugar is so tasty. I would love to sit there and have more sugar in my coffee because I like cream, of course. I love cream. That's right. You're right, and exactly. If I can do it, you can do it. We all can do it. There's no such thing as. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody tell you that it looks like crap. There's a carver out there. I don't know what his name. He's a funny looking dude. He's great. I like him. I don't see him as much as I'd like to. You look at his carvings and they look raw. They look kind of, how the hell does this guy get away with selling stuff? And those are. Where's the big one? Where's the big one at? What big one? You guys gotta be more specific. Where's the big one at? Who's the big one? But you have to basically. The guy's good. Like, he's doing what he's doing and he loves it and he sells his stuff and he's great. He does fairs and all that. When I first saw his stuff, I went, how the hell's this guy? And I'm not gonna mention names because that's not fair. It's not up to me to judge him. But then I thought to myself, why would I even say that? That's where my attitude changed. That's where my, if I can do it, you can do it kind of attitude changed, where, why am I judging that guy? He's doing the best he can, and he's doing a great job. And, like I said, that's just, yeah, you gotta keep on going, guys. Just do what you do is best. Who's the big one? YouTube great video of the snake, King Mike. You know what, Mike actually, he's on my channel. He's on this YouTube, and he messaged me 2 days ago, and he goes, Richie, he says, I really like what you're doing, and I'm following you on your videos, and I'm like, you know what, that's awesome to have somebody like that watch. watch you and give you the heads up, because we all need that. Then again, don't forget, guys, if you want to do what he does and you want to really learn, he does have a Patreon site, and it's not very much. It doesn't cost very much to join, like, and he's not making tons of money off it. I'm sure of it, but he sure appreciates everybody who goes on there and joins him and wants to learn what he's doing. He'll give out more. He'll give out more info. Honey? Oh yeah, I use honey. Yeah. He'll give out you more info on Patreon than he is on his videos. His videos are like anybody else's videos, right? They're for entertainment. We go and we watch, and we only show little bits of this and that to get on there and see it, which is great. That's what you want to do. You don't want to. I don't say you don't want to show people everything, but there is a point where if I'm doing something, I like the recognition. Now, if the recognition means that somebody's gonna follow me and say, hey, I'm gonna support you. Now, support's a big thing. I would love to give everybody my PayPal account and say, hey, send me $1. If 1 million people did that, I'd be rich. Anything that people help you out with, and I'm not saying, go out and give me your paycheck, but anytime that people help us out as new YouTubers, old YouTubers, guys that are huge or not, I use my resources when I sell an item. Dragon hit. Yeah. It's in the shop, buddy. That's what it's in. I haven't brought it out. When I get resources given to me, like say if somebody buys something or if somebody donates money to me for whatever it is, I don't use my family's money for this business. This is all about me doing this, pushing it, saying, would you like to buy this? This is how much it is. That money goes into what I need. Tools, paints, airbrushes, just gas to go get the crap, that kind of shit. My next biggest thing is I'm looking to buy is a better camera to do blogging with, to do this with. Right now I'm using my cell phone. It works. This guy needs to be upgraded. The big dragon head's in the shop. I'll have to bring it up. What I'm going to do is, my buddy Charles, who's in the United States, he's on our site. I don't know, you guys saw the video where he offered for me to go halfers with him on a website. He'll control all that stuff, which is good. He'll give me control here. He's controlling it, and I said to him, well, I'll give him a commission. And he said, no. He says, you're paying half. This is good. So he's going to set it all up for both of us. Make it a bigger system to have a lot of honey instead of sugar. Yeah, that's right. So what's going to happen is he's going to set that stuff up, and what I want to do is take all my carvings that I have out in the shop. I got to wipe them up, whatever, and I'm going to figure out. I got a big living room back there, and I'm going to figure out how to put them on there, take pictures individually, put them on the website. So if anybody wants to buy it, they'll be there, right? So that's one of the ways of doing it. Also, it makes it easier for me to, like, if I do big sales, like I'm not looking at selling on here, selling on Facebook. It just doesn't happen. You have to be out there. You have to go to shows. You have to do something different than just sit at home and hope that somebody's gonna buy it. Like, I mean, I got my buddy out there. He'll buy the odd piece off me just to support me, which is good. And that's what we want. Everybody wants support. But like I said, a lot of the stuff that, like, for now on, whenever I do make some sort of extra money, it's going to be put away for a new vlogging camera, so that I can do better video. Better meaning, like, I'd like one of those cameras. I guess it's a DLS camera, and then it has a little flip screen up, so it'll be there and it'll be flipped up. Like, it doesn't go on the side; it goes upwards, and then I could see what's going on, and it's video, and it does better pictures and all that. And plus, it hooks up to YouTube and all that stuff. That's what I'm looking for next.
Stranger Things he just cancels. I remember when they had how we were first making like, isn't it like Stranger Things?
You know what I mean. I'm just mumbling. But guys, don't be scared to DLSR. That's right. You're right. Don't be scared to make your own channel. I mean, it takes a long time to get subs and people to get interested in what you're doing. And you know what? Rock of Ages. Let me give you that. There's a shout out for that guy. Where the hell is he from? I don't know, but he's got a hell of an accent. And that guy is like, he's got a heart of gold. You can tell. It's just a character. I mean, he's a nice guy. Let me just get up here. He's a nice guy. You can tell the kind of person. I'd love to meet people like that, you know. I just got to get my ass out and do stuff more often. But yeah, guys like that, you know, you can tell on his videos, he's kind, and that's what he says at the end. Be kind to one each other, you know, and that's exactly what we need to do. I mean, you guys don't know me worth that. I'm like, I could be the biggest asshole off the screen. You know, I got people that look at me and they, you know, I got a tooth or two missing, and they're like, "Oh my God, you've been in enough fights." You know, I got the ugly, scruffy beard. I don't know. I might look like the tough guy. I'm not that. I just got a mouth on me. I don't use it to get myself in trouble, though. You know, you just gotta be good, guys. That's all it is. You gotta be good to each other, and that's how things work. If you're nice to everybody, not everybody, you don't have to always be nice. Don't get me wrong. I don't have to be kind to everybody, but I'd rather see you smile and make you happy than sit there and make you miserable. There's too many miserable people out there, right, guys? We know that. I think I hear the shop kitty. Miss. Come on, miss. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Come and say hi. Come on. Hi, Besa. Rock of Ages in Kentucky, I believe. Yes. Hey, Charles. Thanks for coming on, buddy. Come and see. Pick her up. Pick up her.
She doesn't want to come in.
Just grab her. Here. Here.
What do you want?
This. Oh.
No, she's gone.
No. Well, this is, I think, come here, buddy. She's mouthy. This is the shop kitty. This is my little helper. Nah, she's just a little moser. So, hey. Yeah, go away. Go sleep. Kitty. Yeah. Love my kitty. So I did mention Charles. I did throw this out through the video. I don't know if you've seen it already, but you know what? I feel really bad. I mean, I know it's not my fault, but I feel bad. Charles lost his dog today from some jackass. And I feel really bad that people are like that and things happen. You know, it's not fair that, you know, you lose a pet's like, it's a family member. I get it, you know. I have mine. It's my second one. I had one when I was a kid. So, unfortunately, things like that do happen, and you know, as long as there's no suffering involved, just like anything else, right, guys? Animals don't need that. They don't need to suffer. Yeah, your kitty sacked out. Well, this guy, she's been sleeping all day. This guy, she's always, that's what she does a lot, is she sleeps. Hey, choppy kitty, let me see. I want to be a cat. Yeah, you know what? It's kids are harder, you know. It's so hard for them to lose an animal. It's like a family member. They're always around them, right, and stuff like that, and they're always there when you need something. I tell you, when my other cat passed away, I've had her or him shadow. It was for 14, or no, 18 years I had him. And that guy, that little bugger, he followed me everywhere. He was my shadow. That's what I called him. And I tell you, and he was the best. Well, that's what I do. I eat, sleep, shit, whatever. I do that kind of stuff. That's what I think is the best. Nobody bugs a cat. So I'm just adding some shadows to this, guys. Like, it just in the background. Like I said before, the paint, I wanted like a darker background. That's what I'm gunning for on this. So I'm just using my airbrush to just lightly shadow. Now again, this isn't something that you would see in the camera as much as you would see it if it was, here. Like right now, it's very vibrant. The colors are very bright. Plus, probably the lighting here sucks ass, so that doesn't help. So, thanks, buddy. So that's just the way it is. My little cheap box that I made, just like a light box, I guess. More of it's made just to help me keep the paint away from, always painting the walls.
Okay, we're gonna do our time schedule. We're gonna set. So he said, okay, Katie, get up and do your
And while that's looking great, well colored cobble. Thank you. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know crap. All I'm doing is throwing colors together, and I'm loving the colors. I love the bronze and the blues. Maybe I might just throw a little bit of white in there just to lighten it up a bit, give it a little bit of highlight. And then the epoxy. I'm gonna hit it with epoxy after, and it's gonna be solid.
She goes, what the hell's that? She goes, oh, I remember the tune,
Coffee.
not the words.
That's what I want to get in. And then you enjoy a little bird here. If you how would I say that? See, if you're painting you betcha, buddy, choose your own path. That's right. If you're painting your items, okay, so using a brush, right, do what you feel. I find, like, I started painting with a paintbrush and all that. Things got thick, thin, I had to redo it. I didn't like the color combos. The paints are all good. I mean, I used everything from dollar store paints to better paints, whatever. I just didn't feel it. I got into the airbrush, and I'll tell you, like, honestly, my opinion, the airbrush allows you to spray even coats everywhere. Pardon me, even coats everywhere. It lets you blend in colors better. Unless you're a really good painter, which I'm not. I give it a hell of a thumbs up to do. The problem with airbrushing is the cost. Okay, I'm not gonna crap you on that, but it's not cheap. You're looking at a good setup, $300 and up. I mean, if you got the money to do it, send it to me. You know what? Go ahead and give it a go. But I think the way I see it is, you don't want to buy all this stuff and then figure out, I don't know what I'm doing. Why did I buy this for? I can't do it. I can't do it. Don't ever put something down. Don't, put it down and let it rest, but don't stop. It's just like anything else we do. Just because you see other guys carving better than you, which you think, but they're not. You see other guys painting better than you, but they're not. Everything's practice. Everything's to do with, I didn't do this right this time, I'm going to do it again. It doesn't have to be on the same kind of project, but I'm going to do it again. Confidence, okay? Confidence is number one in anything. Those who put you down are not worth your time. Those who give you that extra boost, even if, so behind the screen they're going, yeah, it looks like shit, but hey, great job. It still helps. I don't want nobody lying to me, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I see your if you want my honest opinion, send me a picture of whatever you have made. You want my honest opinion?
That's the name song, but like they
I'll give it to you. But if you don't like my honest opinion, then don't ask me. Same with you. I'm not saying, hey, rate this for me, guys. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Come on, everybody, tell me. No, you want to tell me it looks good? I like it. I love it. You want to tell me it looks like crap? Go ahead, too. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. I'm a big boy. Not a big boy, but I'm a big boy. Just remember, confidence makes a huge difference. Being positive. Shop kitty. Yeah. Being positive really makes a difference, guys. Like thinking that, telling yourself, I can do this. And I'm not, I keep on repeating myself. You guys hear it all the time. If I can do it, you can do it. I can do it. No matter what. I can do it. And nobody's going to stop me. You know what? Until I can't pull the trigger on this thing, I won't stop. Where's my shit? You know? Yeah, Kentucky. Yeah. No, I'm coming back on you, Charles. Here, Kentucky. That's where he's from. Really handy kind of guy. Yeah. Super nice guy. Makes a lot of videos. Usually answers you back right away, which is good. He answers you back right away when you're talking to him. I like watching his videos because I guess he lives by a major highway, something. And every time cars go by, he sits there and he stops and he watches them go by. Then he gets back to you. He's got the squirrel. But you know what? To me, that's why he's like it's noisy where he is. Then he's got that damn rooster in the background. I love that thing. That thing's just making noises like freaking crazy. It'd drive me nuts if I had a rooster in my neighborhood. You know? But he's got that. I really hooked up with that guy, talking to him like a little bit more. I don't think he has a Facebook page or channel, not that I know of. But on his YouTube, he was one that won my first contest of I made a frog and a turtle, and I sent it to him, and we hooked up pretty good on that one. Where he was, and then I really got into his videos because he was fun to watch. He's really fun to watch. I think he's fun to watch. It doesn't mean everybody else to, but I think he's really fun to watch. He's got some great ideas. He does some chainsaw carvings. He's working right now. Right now, his last video I just saw, he was making a huge blade for his chainsaw. He was welding. I wouldn't be able to do that. This guy does. He was welding another blade to a blade. I mean, oh God, I couldn't do that. But, or maybe I could do it. I just never tried it. I don't know nothing about welding, so that doesn't help. He does chainsaw. He fixes a lot of stuff. That's pretty cool. So if anybody's interested in watching him, it's called Rock of Ages USA. Crazy. Yep. So I'm just trying to darken in the background. That's what I was doing. Trying to get some darker color, and then when I'm done with this, I'm gonna add some white. I'm just gonna lightly mist some white over the background, just to highlight a bit of it. And again, guys, it is hard to see this on camera compared to if you saw it in person. I think it looks like storm wall. Ooh, thanks, bud. Appreciate that. That's a good reference of saying. Okay. So now I'm out. And now when I'm like, okay, now I explained this before, changing colors. One of the biggest things if you're going to change colors, when you go from a light color to a dark color, not as much of an issue. Okay? Going from a dark color to a light color. Now, this is, if I put white in here, thinking that it'll be alright, it'll turn green. Right? White and black makes it green. So you want to make sure, and when I say want to make sure you get the color out, is I use my reducer, my cleaning agent, whatever you want to call it. I'll spray it out. So I got this. Get to have that blend. Gotta have that blend. You're right, buddy. So what I'll do is I'll have this pumped out. Okay. Couple of seconds, doesn't take long. And if you're gonna airbrush, guys, get yourself a tank. I paid $20 for this. Like, it was at Amazon, whatever. I'm not gonna throw no links up because I don't sell the crap. You know, I don't know nothing about it. You know, maybe through our website, me and Charles can help you guys out. Get some of this stuff available for you. You know, we'll see. We're still, my buddy's working on this stuff, so we're gonna wait now. And Charles, take your time. Even I know with the dog being gone out of the thing, take care of the family first. Don't worry about us. We will do what we gotta do. Keep that boy. Yeah, you keep that boy happy, man. You keep him. That's the most important part. You keep that, and your wife too, and your girls. You keep them happy. I don't want to see that. You know, I don't want to see them all mad or depressed and shit like that. That happens. It happens too often. Okay, so I take the needle out, right? And because these, there is a thing about airbrushing too that you can. There's a hack. Just another day in I hear you, brother. There's a hack going on where if you took like that mother's pearl of whatever or wax I got going on, you shine these guys up, okay? You have to fail to learn. That's right, you do. You're right. And you need criticism. You do. Don't. If anybody sits there and says, I hate when somebody complains about or tells me that my stuff looks like crap. You need that. You do need that. Don't even. You want to tell me differently? You go ahead. I ain't gonna believe you. I need people to tell me that don't look good, or this has kind of off. I give you an example. My wife is my biggest critic, and which is great. I love it for her. I love her for it. That's the biggest thing. She'll give me the old, hey man, you know what? That head's too freaking small or too big for the body. What are you doing? And that's her eyes of seeing it. I take that as okay. Just like a doctor, I'll get a second opinion. But no, I'll take her opinion or her thought, and I'll look into it. And I'll go crazy on it. I'm not going to sit there and analyze everything that she says or I do, whatever. But I will take in consideration that, you know, at least she gave me that heads up, we'll say. So, like I said, somebody criticizes your stuff, if you make a piece and you're not happy with it, somebody else may be happy with it. I think, and I'm sure this is going to be coming out, somebody's going to say it, we're our own worst critic, our own worst enemy when it comes up to doing things. I sometimes look at stuff that I've done and I go, Could I have done better? Could I have done this different? Well, of course I could. Why wouldn't I? I wouldn't have done it differently. It's just to say, right, guys? Like I said, don't be insulted if somebody gives you a different view on what you're doing. That's what I'm getting at, you know.
The money with the figurehead on it.
Talent is something that you're born with it. I don't care what anybody says. You can never touch anything till you're 100 years old if you live that long. And then all of a sudden you pick it up and you start doing it, and it's like, wow, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Well, you always had it in you. I don't care what you say. You've always had it in you. It's up to you to, you know, it's up to you to let it out. Like I for myself, I'm gonna speak for myself. I've always known I was talented. Talented because I got a big mouth and I like to talk to people. People listen to me. People get along with me. People have never do I sit there and have to have anybody hate me. If they do, well, I have a couple people right now, but that's not from here. It's here we have issues with some people. Anyway, I never had a problem with speaking to people. Never. Don't think I'm gonna go in front of a 10,000 people crowd and, you know, give out my opinion. This is different. Being on YouTube is so different. You know, communication is there. We could always talk to each other, but I don't have to deal with the drama of, say, like my buddy next in the other room. He comes over to visit me. He sits with the kids. You know, I don't even have to worry about him. He doesn't even come and visit me. He comes and visits my kids, and he's older than me. He's 10 years older than me. He sits there and he plays video games with them, and you know, he's a big kid, so, and he likes to hang out with them. Like I hang out with my kids every day, so will I give somebody else a chance? Sure. So I'm rambling again, guys. Don't, you know, because I'm the only one talking. All right, so yeah. Like okay, so what I was saying is I'm changing colors, so I'm going to make sure there's no color spitting out of it. What I'm also going to try to do is make sure there's no more like reducing airflow in here. One way to do that is you can do what I've been doing, or you take the needle out and you're spraying it, but there you go. What I did was I pushed all the air with my big mouth. I pushed all the air through. Whenever you're taking a airbrush apart, you make sure you know how it went in, how it looks like when it went in, and how you pull it out. For the longest time, I had issues with that little pin there. This goes straight down. There's a little nozzle there, pin. You gotta make sure that it's in there properly, okay? That's important. And then when you're putting in your needle. All right, brother. We'll talk to you later. Yes, yeah, me too. It comes early, but I want to finish a bit of this guy. So when you're putting your airbrush in or your needle back in, make sure you push it so it's against it, okay? And you have this little screw tip here. You want to make sure you have it nice, snug. Nothing's moving. When you're bringing it back, using the airbrush means this is a double action. Push down. There's the air. Okay. Here comes the paint or whatever's in it. Going back. Muscle control in that finger. Knowing where to go. You have to pull back to get the air out. If you pull back just a bit, push down just a bit, you get a little bit of air. You push down all the way, you get all the air. All about control, guys. That's all it is. That's what I'm learning. I'm learning like you guys. It's all like that. Okay, so final step or stage to the dragon. I use blue and green metallic on my dragon gator thing I made. That's, yeah, you know, metallics are awesome. Metallics have Great color to them. Now, take your time, and this is just, one beginner to another. Because I can talk, you can't. You can just type. Take your time, right? Take your time, meaning don't overspray everything. Don't just go, get it on there. Take your time with it, guys. That's very important. Don't think you have to be in a rush. There's no rush. What are you rushing for? That's what airbrushing is about. It's about just doing what you do and what you love, and you have all the time in the world. I'm just going to use a couple of drops because I don't want to go crazy. So I'm going to see if I can get you in here. If you can see that. All I want to do is I just want to add a little bit of whites. Sort of open it up a bit. That's too much white. Okay, so that, if I can get that out. I might have to paint that out again. So you can see, I can't see nothing. Where the hell is it? Like say here, you can see the white sorta in there. It's just gonna use a little bit of contrast, I guess, to it. Just to make. Oh, there you go, everybody. Sorry, guys. I think my camera holder fell. Darn it. Nobody got hurt. That's good. You went flying. See, that's why if you had proper camera and everything else going together, we wouldn't have this problem. Damn it. Okay, let me just get this up here. Bring this down again. Things just kind of kablooey. Sorry. I think we're okay. Damn it. Tossing you guys all around. We survived. I'm just tossing you around all over the place, all over the shop. Okay. Let's see here what I'm doing. I'm sorry if my big hand's in the way. Alright. Let's see. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, again, just adding some white. Probably spilled half of it on the ground. Just to get some of those darker areas. Some lighting. And you know, like what I did there. If it, if you get too much white, like say I painted up here a bit too much, you can always paint over it. No big deal. I'm also giving the dragon a little bit of color, a little bit of white to lighten him up. I don't want to go heavy. Highlights are good, yeah. Just see, I'm going to show you an example of what I did too much of, and this is my opinion. I don't know if you could see the head, the neck. Keep on moving. See the neck. See how it was nice and blue, and I kind of put too much white on it. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to go back in with the blue. We'll do that tomorrow if I can. And I want to bring it out, but what I'm going to use is the other blue that I have. That's the opaque. I have a translucent blue that I want to put over his neck. It just to me makes sense. Right away. So I said tomorrow, but we're gonna do it today because we're almost done this video. We've been on it almost for 3 hours. You know, I really appreciate everybody who's been on here with me, chatting. You guys are awesome. But just like everybody else, we gotta get to bed soon. Yeah, this is a transparent. So I'm just gonna mix this in. This makes it a lot lighter. So as I'm adding, I added the white, or I had the white, I added the blue. a little bit of backflow. Give it a spray. Not too much because we don't want to lose it all, right? And then go back in. Just a bit. Now that blue came out really light, okay? Too light for what it should have been. So we gotta go back to the opaque. Add a couple of drops of that in there. Oops. And we get that mix so it goes a little bit darker. That turned out ouch, my head. What did you do? Did you whack your head? Okay, so we're going for that. Like I said, that color was a bit too light. Okay. More of a darker color, guys. I'm going to show you. You see the neck? It went really light. I didn't want that. So we're just gonna go over. All right, thanks for coming on, man. Yeah, you see what I mean? Yeah, they're the colors. With airbrushing, you really have to play with your colors. I think I've said it before where, just like anything else, you gotta practice on something, right? This is my practice canvas, obviously, because it's what I like doing. I like painting wood. So you can see the difference. The blue came back. Hello, Maple Tree Studio. How are ya? Just doing a little video here. Well, a little video. I've been on here for almost 3 hours. It's awesome. Okay.
Oh god, at the end of the that's in there. Oh god. Wow. You're off.
Go up to my jacket, my leather jacket there.
Yeah.
Inside pocket with my phone, I got some pictures to show you. I have a lot.
Yeah, it does. I think it does. It made a bigger difference. Like, if my lighting was better, you can see it. I'll take some pictures later and I'll post it on either if you're on my Facebook group or Instagram. I'll post it on there just to give you a better look. Or even on here, I'll like what I get off of this. I may be posting a couple pictures, but right now we're gonna have to finish up with what we have because it's getting late, guys. Like I said, I've been here for 2 hours. 3 hours. Wow.
Not sure about now.
Yeah, when
Okay, so
Jeremy's hungry, he was chubbier.
I'm just gonna do this.
You were.
Sorry. No, he feels like
It's the opposite for me, man. I used to be hella skinny.
me too, Kenji. I used to be the fuck.
Well, I was like,
I got paint all over me like usual. It's because I didn't put my cap on, guys. It's a dumb thing. But
I was like,
Alright.
I was like even skinny.
now it's understandable.
Yeah, and I
with all
got
the phone
super
technology.
fat.
hold on.
When you were fucking like in kindergarten, you had a problem.
Do, 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 do,
Either
do,
your
do,
parents fucking just didn't do it.
do, do.
You'd see me treating
There's me with
We're about to curse and I got young kids down back here.
Yeah.
Not young, they're 18, 19 years old, but
Look, that's me with a beard. That's my best friend Rod.
curse like a bunch of sailors in this house sometimes.
Are you in November?
I got other ones too, but I can't remember how to do it.
Okay, so just gonna add some reducer. We're just gonna clean up.
See, this is us when we were in Stasny's. There's
Get the
me,
clean
my
up.
brother Neil, and a friend Rick. Yeah, I got my face smashed in there. I got
Up
in
there.
a fight. 3 guys jumped and smashed my face in.
And then we're gonna shoot this
So I had a wire holding my cheek up, and I had a fork on it. So
Just cleaning up, guys.
called me fork.
This is gonna be the close to the end of the video.
And I took a picture of myself.
I think what I'll do is I'll figure out how I can make a schedule work for me and my family, where maybe I could do a live video once a week, and if you guys are interested in joining me,
Oh, is that Eddie Hall?
or if you wanted me to do a live video to chat with you guys anytime, we can do that too. Any information you need, you know, chat me up. You got my emails, Facebook, I'm on it. Facebook and Instagram and YouTube's all the same thing. It's choose your own path. So if you want to chat up and talk, you know, get a hold of me that way. Otherwise, you know, I'll try to post as many videos as I can. That's all I can do.
Let me just do this. Well, hey, there you go. Hey, we got it.
I still have this which
I don't need this anymore.
I think no,
So,
no, that's
um,
this one's gone. I think I threw it.
The next video we're gonna do I know there's only 3 of us on here, but that's fine. We can still chat that out with you. The next video I'm gonna do is we're gonna be painting.
I know it does.
You know, like a neck, like a
We're gonna paint the walking staff, the native walking staff. Okay, that's gonna be the next guy. So base it all white first, and then get the details of what colors we want in there and that. Okay. So you guys have a great night. Thanks for watching. If I could do it, you can do it. We're gonna say that all the time, and choose your own path, guys. Thanks. All right, have a good night.
I know you